Hello and welcome to the show.
No.
Hello and welcome to the show.
Somebody turned the volume knob up on Declan. He's a little quiet.
Welcome to the ASMR edition of Truly Rotten Potatoes.
We're doing Asma?
Asma.
You're here with your hosts, Morgan, Mitch, Declan and Hayden.
Good to be back, guys. Good to be back.
Oh, yeah, we should say Mitch is back.
Mitch is back. The boy is back.
Welcome back,
The boy
Mitch.
is back in town. The boy is back in town.
Come on, boy is back in town.
All right, Morgan,
Yeah.
hit the harmony.
So,
No, but it is. Thank you for coming back. Thanks for repaying your debts to society and, of course, to the crew, the band, Truly Rotten Potatoes.
Wasn't easy.
gotta tell you, we're here in Declan's lovely home, and I've got to ask the question, what is Rob Lowe's autobiography like?
It's actually not bad. He had a
Okay.
story in there where he, after Titanic, he wanted to direct a movie. And
Wait, was he in Titanic?
No, but
He
he was
just saw
friends
Titanic.
with...
He's like, I want to
I
direct
gotta make
something
one of
like
these.
that.
Yeah. I don't know what the direct connection was, but he was going to hire James Cameron to act in his movie.
Okay.
And James Cameron had come off Titanic and he was like, I don't want to do a big movie ever again. I just want to do small indie movies. And he was like, come act. You've got an intensity that will be good for my movie.
Sure.
True story. And then they never made the movie. So we didn't get to see James Cameron act.
And that's what makes the Rob Lowe
That was the only
autobiography
story
good?
I remember from the Rob Lowe biography.
He wanted to call it Titanic because there were going to be two boats
210,
sailing.
210,
210, too serious.
No, it was going to be called Titantric. It was going to be bringing the Kama Sutra
Sexual.
back in time to save it, but everyone just drowns.
But
away.
wasn't it
Everyone's just
two
drowns.
boats going across the Pacific Ocean, trying not
Yeah,
to
that's-
crash into two icebergs,
That's actually what
Oh,
caused
yeah.
it.
and two old ladies with two golden rings dropping them into the two oceans?
Yeah, the Titanic tried to put its leg up and it couldn't quite get there and it just tipped.
Yeah. Paint me like two of your French girls.
All right, boys. We got Mitch back in. He did spend a bit of time in the clink,
In the sin bin.
in the sin
Yeah.
bin, but he's back and he's happy to be back. We're happy to have him.
Yeah, I'm
And we
happy
watched
to
a
be
movie.
anywhere but there.
Yeah, we watched a movie. So we were meant to watch Constellation from 2005 to 2007. I believe it premiered at Cannes and then didn't get released for a while. It's
I thought it was 2002.
no, we're definitely into the mid 2000s.
Oh, okay.
And we couldn't find this movie at all. I don't think it was released in Australia. There's no DVDs anywhere. There was no. It's not for streaming. It's not for renting. We just could not find it. So we were like, all right, we'll skip that one for now, and we'll jump to the next movie in the list, which was a movie called Scar 3D.
Is it called Scar 3D?
I think so. I think that's the official. So it came out in 2007, and what we found was that it was like it claims to be the first like official 3D movie that was like released on home video in 3D, and it was filmed with like 3D cameras. It was a little before Avatar, and it's not, as we found, it's not the kind of stereoscopic 3D. It's like your classic kind of blue-red glasses 3D. This movie was
Spy
really
Kids
hard to
3D,
find as
yeah.
well. Yes, it was like Spy Kids 3D.
Or Jaws 3D, which was also filmed in the same
Same
shitty
style.
way. Yeah.
So we couldn't find a copy of this movie. The only place I could find to get it was on the Apple Store, like iTunes or Apple TV. You open it up. It's called Scar. It has the storyline that seems to be the one that we're looking for. It was about like teenagers getting captured and tortured and killed. It's a horror movie. You're like, cool. It says 0% on Rotten Tomatoes on Apple TV. So I'm like, this is the one. But then it also says it's directed by Taylor Sheridan, and it came out in 2013. So it's like half of the info is correct and half of the info is not correct.
I'm already scared.
Long story short, I spent $7 on the wrong movie.
But we watched a good 4 to 5 minutes
Yes.
of that movie.
And
So
it looked good.
Yeah, we started watching
It was
it.
shot really nicely.
Yeah, beautiful camera. It looked like they just bought one really nice camera. And
It looked like it was shot on like a Canon 5D or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would have been, it was still like an indie movie though. You could tell it was, anyway, we got like 5 minutes into it and then it said the title of the movie and we realized, the other trick was once I went to rent this movie, so I was renting the movie Scar, once I clicked yes, it was like, okay, are you sure you want to rent the movie Pain? And I went back, no, it was definitely the right movie, I thought. Anyway, it was a different movie. We think it was also called Vile. Like, that's what the title card said, didn't it?
No, I think that was the production.
Vile
company. It must have
Productions.
been,
Yeah, because the same director did make a film called Vile as well at some point.
Yeah. So it does look like we started to watch a Taylor Sheridan-directed movie.
Oh, the only note I wrote down for this entire viewing was for that first movie where the production company was Tony 7 Productions.
Yeah.
Oh, was it? I thought it was just 27.
No, it was
thought it was
Tony
Tony-
7.
Tony
That's
7.
sick.
So yeah, we got 5 minutes into it. It was like it started off with a medical kind of, what do you call those? Like a
It was
torture.
like in an operating
theater. That's the one. Yeah.
Tomato, and there's a guy and he's cutting open some dude while he's wide awake on the operation table. He's there like awake watching it happen, and he takes a scalpel to like his heart area.
Yeah.
The guy shoves his fingers in and does something.
Pour some salt in there as
Oh,
well.
but he's also
yeah.
extracting little bits of blood through tubes into a little like a, what do you call it? Not a
genome.
beaker. Yes, into a beaker, and then he's heating the beaker up. So we assume that this killer is like collecting blood or some kind of biomatter.
He's also
to do
putting
something.
it in that like spinny blood thing, right?
Yes.
Because there's a bunch of vials.
Centrifuge.
Is that what it's called? I know that I
Welcome
saw
to
it in
Science
that,
Talk.
That documentary about the female Mark Zuckerberg, the little alien lady. Whatever. She had this thing called Theranos.
Oh right, the Elizabeth Holmes lady.
yeah.
Are you talking about Thanos from the
He's
movie?
talking
From
Theranos, the fraudulent medical company that became like valued
remember
at billions
that.
of dollars.
They're like,
Yeah,
we're going to know
yeah, yeah,
everything
yeah,
about
yeah.
you.
They're like, we have a test that can take one pinprick
Yeah,
of blood and
yeah.
give you all this diagnosis, and like it could never do that. And
Yeah.
she had this company for like 8 years,
so
took all
sick.
this VC money, became a billionaire,
Did
was
she
wearing turtlenecks and doing all these like keynote speeches.
Did
and
they
then
have like an
loves
R and
Steve
D
Jobs, yeah.
department though? Like, how is
I
she
thi-
keeping that alive?
It was a real the ABC did this American ABC did this really good podcast series about it, but basically like they were that she was like fraudulently that she just thought that if they had the business going that they would eventually figure it out. So they
right.
had all these people
they
working
would
on
have
it,
had people, yeah.
but she was like really focusing on the marketing. They hired all these like Apple design guys and stuff.
Yeah, it was meant to be a box that you could just have in your home and you put your blood in.
and
Yeah,
it would,
right.
and it was like going to revolutionize the medical industry, make it way easier. Anyway, I think she's going to prison soon. There's like a trial.
and so
coming.
that movie that we started watching was based off her life. It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
life and
Unblinking
times.
Psycho. Similar to that lady.
And so we got a little bit into that, and then what was rather full on because once the guy had like pulled out the organ that he wanted or whatever from inside this person's chest, then he poured like an entire bag of salt into his chest, and the guy died. So that was pretty full on.
And it was rhythmically like the intro of the Dexter TV series. It was like kind of music was playing, and it was showing these different kind of rhythmic cuts of surgery and stuff.
Right. And
But
then-
it was the wrong movie.
Yeah, so we decided it was the wrong movie, and Mitch was able to pull up like a putlocker of the actual movie.
Yeah, it was some like janky site. There was no legal way to watch it in
Yes.
Australia. I think it just was on our site, and it was only the 3D
Yes.
cut of it. So we watched the entire movie with the red and blue.
Basically, no real color, just awkward red and blue outlines for every character.
Yeah, it was like. So why is that a thing they have to do with 3D? They have to pull all the color out because because they have to rely on the blues and reds, right? So they probably have to pull the actual blues and reds out of the image. Otherwise, it'd confuse those high tech
And because you're wearing
glasses.
if you're wearing the cellophane glasses, you can't see any other colors besides.
That's true. It was very, like dog colorblind. It was very yellow and green and brown, and that's what you got.
There were colors in there, right?
It was colors, yeah.
Really muted though.
But they grayed everything out. It was
Yeah.
real, the Book of Eli or The Road, except looks like shit.
Not familiar with either of those.
Hey,
Is the
they're
first one's a
great.
book and the second one's a film?
Yeah. Both in
Book of-
grey.
Well, if you ask me, this movie had it all. Yellow, red, green, blue, every colour.
Sure. And this movie started off similar to the first movie
Yes.
we watched, so we probably could have skipped the first 5 minutes.
The scene
Pretty much
from the
identical.
first movie could have fit into any moment of this movie.
That's right.
So this movie started off with a similar torturous lady trapped on a table, right?
In like an operating theatre-esque
Well,
place.
first
It turned out to be a morgue.
Yes.
First it's a lady
The
going for
basement
a
of a
run,
morgue.
and then it's, it's going
Yeah,
down
it's like
in the morgue.
lady going for a run. She's old, but she's having traumatic flashbacks to when she was 20 years younger. And basically, there was a guy called Bishop who was a killer. He worked in a morgue. He got teenage girls, but not only did he torture them and kind of cut them up and slice them, or as the movie would tell you, scar them, like that was the name of the movie again. He would also make them
pain. He would put them in pain.
He would put them in
like
pain, and he would act vilely against them.
That's right. And Tony 7 was there.
Yeah,
I don't know what he was doing, but he was there.
but he would lay the two girls on like a hospital gurney thing, and he would torture them kind of one by one, and then he'd be like to one girl, "You tell me when you want me to kill the other person, and I'll stop torturing you, and I'll kill them." So it's kind of like, take it as long as you can until you basically say, "Kill your best friend," and then I'll kill your best
and
friend.
this was Bishop's game.
Philosophical question that he wanted to ask about. If you had the opportunity to kill someone or save yourself, would you? Wasn't there a quote at the beginning of this movie? From
No, that was the other one.
Oh, that was the other one.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah. What was the
was
quote? It was
about
about violence
Gandhi.
and science or something, wasn't it? It was like...
Yeah. Violence is the ultimate science. I'm going to say that that's what
But
Gandhi used to say.
maybe he just said, violence is silence. Like, if you're talking shit, I'll kill you.
Yeah, right.
Maybe that's what Gandhi used to say.
That was his debut.
But so really all this killer's deal is that, like, he has this game where he gets two people in a torture chamber. He tortures one and says, I'll keep torturing you unless you give me the go-ahead to kill the other one, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And so our main character is in that situation as a young teenage girl. We see flashbacks to her being in that situation and eventually getting out of that situation. And also we're in present day, where this woman returns to the town where she was, like, where this all happened. Mm-hmm. She's got a niece there. She's got a brother there. And of course her niece is in a
Teenage girl.
And in a friendship group that little do they know, maybe some kind of serial killing is about to happen again in that town.
The brother's also a cop in the town, which I don't think actually matters in the end.
I mean, he does get killed trying to protect her. Yeah, he pulls his daughter over at the beginning just to kind of introduce the characters. Yeah. What else is there to say? I mean, it's one of those movies. The kind of narrative device they use is the main kind of brunette lady who's the auntie of this young blonde girl.
Who was tortured in her childhood.
Yeah, she was tortured when she was a teenager. She watched her best friend get killed. They were out in a graveyard smoking weed. They saw a mysterious guy over near the morgue.
He was mysterious, but he was sexy.
Yeah, well, he really wasn't
very
sexy,
charming.
but they acted like he was.
Did you see his hat?
He had a
caftan?
He had a
military
Kangol
cap.
Yeah.
Sort of like a sailor's hat, kind of like
military
a fez
beret.
sort of thing.
He had a top
like
hat
a
as
beanie
well.
kind
He
of
kept
thing.
changing hats.
Yeah, he had the backwards cap, and he had one of those like
check this one out. He had one of those spinny, like multicolored hats.
He had the propeller hat.
Propeller hat.
He also had one of those hats you put on with the green visor when you're doing your taxes. He had one of those on as well.
And a cigarette, and at that point he was just counting out how many graves are there in this graveyard.
Right. Yeah, he was a man of many hats.
No, he wasn't. Guys,
Legionnaire's hat. He had a
we've seen this
He
movie.
had one of those.
No one else
He had a broad brimmed
movie.
hat with one of those things that you could tighten under your chin.
He had
and
Nakubra with the corks dangling down as well.
All right. So the problem with this is that what you just explained does take half the movie to get there.
Yeah.
You've explained half the movie already.
We see it in like
But we
5
know
different
it.
steps.
We
Yeah, and we
already
kind
know.
of get it
And
straight
as
away.
Morgan
It's in the
pointed out,
title sequence.
in the title sequence, you're seeing all the newspaper reports of what happened.
Now, was
in
that
the
this
town.
movie or was this
That's
the other
this
movie?
movie?
That's this
This
movie.
movie. Yeah.
I didn't want to
No,
bring
hang
it
on.
up.
This is National Lampoon's Gold Diggers.
Oh yeah, we're gonna mail that out to you. We got our friend who won it, and we mail it out like we promised 6 months ago when we did that.
The
last
description
episode.
at the top. The description at the top is a comedy about two guys who'll do anything to be on top, and then the tagline is "Rise to the occasion."
I get it. Like
They,
a penis.
like an
just like gold
erection.
diggers.
Yes.
Fuck off,
Just
ladies.
like digging gold.
yeah.
So we've got this brunette lady. She was a teenager. She got kidnapped. Her friend got kidnapped. She was forced to kind of say, okay, kill my friend. I can't take the torture anymore. Then she escaped. She killed the guy.
That's right.
We find this out that she actually killed the guy who had her. She kind of cut her own restraints, got out, and then stabbed him with like some embalming mechanism
God,
or whatever they have.
Sucky thing that sucks things out of
sucks
bodies.
the poo right out of him.
Because he was using it to suck the fat, but then she sucked all the poo out of him because he was all pooey.
And she said that classic line, "I'm going to suck the shit out of you."
And everyone knows that has been to med school like the four of us. Once you run out of poo, it's game over.
That's it. Right. You
That was
got to
a real
constantly
misstep.
keep poo in your colon.
Always has to be a little bit of poo.
That's right. Otherwise, it's lights out, motherfucker.
I thought it was a real missed opportunity to not go, how's that for felching? But,
Oh god!
I like
Why
that-
did they say that?
His
It's not
performance
what
as
felching-
well was great. He was like, my poo, my doctor said I'm supposed to have poo in there.
Not the last of my poo reserves.
I've only got so much poo left.
I can't just keep making this stuff.
And then he looks to camera, winks, and says, "I'm glad I had a big lunch." And then he goes, "Da da 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 da."
So, Subway shirt the whole time.
So that's half the story. But then, of course, this lady's come back to town, and it's your classic like Friday the 13th. There's a serial killer like pinging off teenagers.
Yeah.
So we get introduced to teenagers, and of course, a few of them are always like about to have sex. Or actually, we get the opposite.
You
of this.
remember what it was like being a teenager?
Yeah, I was always about to have sex,
sex.
and then always being murdered.
Yeah.
There was one scene where we get introduced randomly to a couple that are making out by this lake in the middle of the night, like on a picnic rug or something. And the girl is really hot for it, and she's with this kind of black guy with dreads, and he just goes like,
I didn't notice what color his skin was.
"Did you notice his dreads?"
No.
Okay, well, you really weren't watching. It was hard to see the color of the skin because
That's
everything
actually
was
true,
green and
yeah.
blue. But anyway, so she's like, "Come on, let's do it." And he goes, "Get off me, you crazy lady." I'm okay. No,
Get off me.
Doing the voice.
Sound like a Rastafari.
There's reggae playing in the
I
background.
think she would sound more like a Rasta, because in the previous scene, she's just like, "Ooh, I thought I smelled weed over here," and she's just
true.
like honking on it.
Snorting that weed.
But he does not want to give it to her, and she there's no real explanation. But he's like, "I'm going to go jump in the lake to cool off," and then
she's
she
like, "Come on, man.
get back over
on
here,
the
man.
riverbank."
Sign up to Club Lime."
Come and hit this pussy. Yeah, when is Club Lime going to get cancelled?
Oh, it's got to be a matter of time.
Well, my membership there certainly has been because
Okay.
it's not true.
I think they just swept that guy under the rug, though. That Club Lime.
No, I think
character.
he's still there. Let's
he's still there?
call their thing and see if it happens. All right.
What do you mean? You're
when
gonna
you
call
when you
Club Lime?
yeah, because their
Yeah.
automated like voice recorder thing is "Welcome to Club Lime, man," and it's like that.
Really?
Yeah.
What if you just accidentally call someone who's like, "Hello, this is Club Lime."
Well, then it'll make for an interesting anecdote at the
Right.
barbecue.
We're doing our
this
first
weekend.
on-pod prank call.
We're prank
$0
calling Club
access.
Lime.
No, that's my club, man. I don't.
I
Really
mean,
want
can we
them to
look
get
up who
cancelled.
does the voice for the Club Lime
I'm
guy?
calling them.
Thank you for calling Member Assist for Club Lime, Hit Republic, and Fit and Fast. You have called outside of hours. Please email info@clublime.com.
That is such a fake Australian accent. That is cultural
7 p.m.
appropriation.
Monday to Friday from 9
I
a.m.
think-
to 3 p.m. Saturday.
See, this is ringing a bell now. I think maybe they did get rid of him.
Wait,
Hey, what happened to your Jamaican man?
Yo, man, sorry about that lady before. She's always cutting me off. What do you want, man?
They don't let me answer the phones anymore, man.
See, that's another job taken away from a black man. It's disgusting.
Okay, so yeah, so there's this lady. She wants to hook up with the dreadlock dude, and he's like, "No, I'm gonna jump in the pool in the lake to cool off." And then she she takes off her top, and she's like, "Come on, baby," and he's like.
And we do get to see two
no.
great breasts.
Yeah, I guess they'd be in 3D if you had the
Oh, man.
glasses
Can you
on.
imagine?
They were slapping me in the face. So I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I'm about to get a bit of calcium."
Whoa.
Sure.
Triple D.
You're
breasts.
going to regret having said that on record.
This goes straight
guarantee
to
it.
I'm like, of all the things,
Yeah, that's the one.
Drinking breast milk is not what I'm gonna. I made a felching reference earlier.
Is there anything that controversial about liking breasts?
No,
Not drinking from the breast. I
Oh,
think
no.
Is the,
Well, you know.
it's actually called liking their personality, not their breasts.
I'm
Nowadays.
just saying,
Hey,
when
I'm
the
just-
going's good, I mean, if
breasts
you've got
are
free
nice, they're
protein,
nice, right?
let's keep it coming.
Yeah, sure. And calcium.
I think milk is gross in all of its forms. And I won't have dairy around me, actually.
I dare he to have dairy.
I actually think dairy's out of date. Like,
Yeah, you guys ever go to like a party in high school when everyone's like 16 and they're all a bit drunk and someone's like, does anyone want to play Truth or Dairy? And they're like, you got to drink this milk. And you're like, I don't, it's my first time. I don't want to. Everyone's watching.
Yeah, that happened to me heaps.
I do remember there was a time at my house where someone was like, "This milk is so off. Hey Tim, can you drink the whole thing?" And he was like, "Yeah," and he threw up.
Oh, no.
I once called the milk helpline at like 3 a.m.
And they didn't have the
Jamaican
the
guy
Jamaican
wasn't
guy.
running there anymore. Hey, welcome to Milkman. Leave a message after the beep.
Tap's dry, man. Come back later.
Press 1
Hold on,
for pasteurized. Press 2 for...
Sorry, can I try one?
Yeah, sure.
Leave a message after the moo.
Oh, fuck. Come on.
Okay, well, you guys let me try one. It's your fault.
The Jamaican cow.
But yeah, this guy doesn't want to bang this girl, and he's like, and then she even goes like, "Come on, you religious freak," or something to him, and it's really harsh. And then of course he like starts to get in the water,
Starts praying.
Praying for. and
I'm so sorry.
I gotta go baptize myself.
Oh, man, God, I'm so sorry, man.
She's topless, and she goes, "Well, if you're not going to do it, I'm just going to go out and find someone who will."
That's right.
And then I start to think about the man on the side of the road who sees like a young topless teenage girl, pulls her over and is like, "Do you need help? Are you okay?" And she's like, "I'm just trying to fuck and I want to fuck you." And I'm like, I can't. I have to get home to the Bible.
Yes, exactly. We should also say this is this. Did we say that they'd gone to like a teenage, like a high
There's
school
a house
party?
party,
It's a house party, and it's also nighttime, and also like I guess this house is.
Well, let's be honest. It
on
was
the edge
it was
of
the Sims house party, wasn't it?
I don't know what that. I don't.
was
know.
The video game.
The expansion
Sims
pack
house.
to the Sims.
Did they have an expansion pack called House
I
Party?
mean, this was the Sims
This
house
was the-
party.
it
Let's be
was.
honest.
Well, okay, so this house belongs to. So there's a young girl who's like the central girl, but she's not the main character. She's like the niece.
She's the
to
niece of the-
final girl of
yeah.
from the beginning, and her best friend's having a party, and there's a bunch of teenagers there. And I really did expect it to just be all at the house, just a night of like schlocky murders. No,
Yeah,
they don't
true.
give you
It could
that.
have been all set in
Most of the people that die that night are
they?
not in the party house when they die.
No.
They like go off to make out or hook up somewhere else, and then they get killed. But there is the kind of main blonde girl's best friend, the Asian lady who does get killed in the house, and I think it's her house.
Should we do an impression of her next?
Yeah, man.
That's good.
Sims house party came out
Stop
in 2001.
Wow, near September 11th.
What were the additions in the House
Whoa,
Party
alright.
expansion?
Let's go through
What did they
the
add? Like
additions.
a new stereo, and
Well, I can tell you it's the second expansion. The first one would have been something equally as great as House Party.
Sims.
Live and Large.
Oh,
Live and Large.
we had Live and
Yeah, that would have been the
Large.
first
That's
one.
I played.
So new objects. You've got catering table, dance floor, a drink fountain, themed bars, turntables, and fireplaces.
Hell yeah.
Campfire.
What about Scar 3D though? Do you remember that?
No.
Okay, so there was after the house party.
Yeah.
They it was like the next morning,
Wait,
and
is that an expansion pack?
no, this is just the original. But after the house party, there was like like some sort of town gathering where there was someone dressed in a trout outfit, and
It
it's a
seemed
queen
like
of the fish.
quirky because it's a smallish country
Yeah.
town.
That was
lots
sick.
of and so,
Ovid.
so I
It's
guess
called Ovid, the town.
Ovid. That's
Yeah.
right. They're in Ovid. A quiet, unassuming town with lots of big open green spaces and forest and stuff for kids to get killed in. And yeah, so that they were doing their quirky like town. What would you call it? Like, crowning the town turkey in some place that's famous for its turkeys, but this place
That's
was
like a
famous for its fishes.
Fish? Yeah.
Fish. So like it was like queen of fish, or fish queen or some shit.
Yeah,
What actually
I don't remember
There
this
was
scene
some
at
public
all.
event, and all
Yeah,
the kids
but
were
they're
there.
all next to the lake, and what?
They all
the
jumped. They jumped off the jetty. It was like the
Oh,
day's
right,
over,
thing that
everyone's
they do.
swimming,
and then they
right,
find the
right.
body of the topless girl.
Ah.
She was dead in the lake.
Yeah.
So
And
this is the
everyone was
perfect
like,
time to bring
Whoa.
to bring up the scars, as it were. This movie
Oh, yeah,
essentially
that's right.
just draws on just little squiggly lines onto these people.
Yeah.
Like around the collarbone and stuff.
And so
Yeah.
you
The
expect
worst
the
places
movie
It
to
looked
get
like
scars.
Ringworm, let's be honest.
and you expect it to have no budget, but it's like a $4 million budget.
Yeah, surprisingly an expensive movie because it was not very good looking of a movie,
No,
or,
No, it's all home
well
video.
acted or anything. Yeah,
But they got serious actors.
I
They
wouldn't
got-
say it was like terrible acting.
like from the main.
wasn't good, but-
lady was okay. okay. Maybe she just looks scared.
I didn't think anyone
everyone
was
was
good.
okay.
I wasn't but I wasn't at any point being like, oh my god, this is so bad acting.
Did you say it in a
What about
different
the
accent?
No, I'm not going to do it. Never mind.
Who else we
Okay,
got?
close.
We got some characters we're missing out here, though.
Yes.
There's like a nerdy young guy who
Kind of
yeah.
emo dude.
He wants to get the iPod off.
That's right. So the blonde girl
let's go.
leaves the party.
We're introduced to all the teenagers at the party,
Yeah.
right? So you got main character who's the niece, little
Blondie.
blondie. Her best friend is like the Asian girl who's a bit more party.
She's like
the party is at her house.
She's the hot girl. She's got
Right,
like
okay.
pigtails and like a belly button piercing, and she pierces her other friend's belly button.
She's
So
a bit more
the hot
risque.
one.
She's
Right.
she's the one who like after you are like, hey, I'm gonna go hang out with the guy that I like. She'll call you up and be like, how big was his dick?
and that did
That
actually
actually
happen.
happened.
Yeah, she did that.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
And there's also the nerdy loser sort of quiet guy who's a bit weird. He's at the party. And, of course, niece takes a liking to him because he's got the ganja.
Yeah, and he looks
There's-
like Gerard Way.
Sure. I don't know
Yeah,
who that is.
He's from My Chemical Romance.
What about mine?
I don't know. We don't want to talk about your chemical romances.
No, certainly not. We get introduced to the devout Christian and his girlfriend who just wants a cock, but he won't give it to her. And
Not
we
even
also-
for Christ.
No, and we also get introduced to, doesn't really matter that much, but like the quote-unquote hot chick, the girl whose party it is, we get introduced to her boyfriend. And so there's your crew, there's your motley crew of characters. And most importantly, I think the loser, quiet, weird guy starts forming a relationship with the niece.
Yes, Blondie.
Blondie.
So Blondie and emo guy, I think Blondie leaves the party to go hang out with him at some point in a bedroom. And she's kind of being flirty and she's like, do you want to listen to my iPod? And he's like, yeah.
This is after they're
no.
grieving,
This is-
after
yeah.
they find
Oh.
the girl in the lake after the lake thing.
Okay.
Like, I need to go hang out with friends.
And then they both, they're bonding over the fact that both their mums have died.
That's right.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And he's like, oh, I remember that. That happened last winter to you, didn't it? Yeah, I remember hearing that your mum died. That was sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she's like, hey, do you want to listen to my iPod or something? And he's,
Yeah, well, no, doesn't he say, did you bring your iPod?
yeah,
It's like,
because it was 2007,
Yeah.
and you got to bring that iPod. And then she's like, "Oh yeah, it's in my pocket." And he's just. Then they sit there for 5 seconds silently, and then he's like, "Are you gonna?" And she's like, "Why don't you come get it?" And so he leans over there, and then they start to.
he pulls his dick out and his
No.
dick wraps its way into her pocket.
They start.
It opens up like scissors somehow. The head opens up, grasps it, and then slowly slithers back
And
out.
then he
And
connects to the
movie
iPod
ends.
with
Yeah.
his dick and he's downloading.
You know
all
how
of
that
it.
Yeah, a small text comes below that says Apple.
There's a loading
Inc.
bar across his eyes.
Yeah.
It's like
opens his mouth
0%.
slowly and music starts coming out.
Yeah. No.
Yellow
And
card
then-
out of his
yeah.
mouth.
He starts playing Scar by Missy Higgins.
A small yellow bar comes down the bottom that says Apple Incorporated does not approve of using dick to use to mix with iPod. Anyway, so she's like flirting.
Talk
with him
about
and-
docking.
What?
Oh, yeah.
But they don't hook up, and then they start just comparing scars, and then eventually the scene just ends.
Well, she's
no.
like, my belly button's infected because of a new belly button.
yeah. Yes,
Doesn't
she
just
got a
end.
piercing.
She goes downstairs to use the toilet.
That's right.
And then his dad is sitting in the dark
Yeah.
with his trousers on, sitting on the toilet.
The light off.
Yeah,
And his dad is a very proper, like, decorated war vet, but not even like a high level one as well, like one of those, like the Colonel. I don't know.
Yeah, Colonel Sanders.
Yeah, but he looks
That-
like a ghoul. Like he's
Yeah,
probably
he's
like when
He's
he
got the buzz
absent.
cut and he just stares at people, and he probably has PTSD.
yeah when she walks into the bathroom, he stands up immediately. Like the lights are off, and he's just like lurching
And he goes,
over.
I didn't mean to scare you.
Yeah, but then he still just like walks her backwards
Yeah,
out of
yeah.
the room.
which gives all three of these characters a very American Beauty sort of dynamic. It's a lot like the dad and the main character. This is all the main characters.
Yeah.
So you got American Beauty and you got Australian Beauty.
Well, then that leads to the best moment in the movie where she goes upstairs and she's like, "Oh, you dad was in the bathroom. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, my dad's pretty fucked up.
Doesn't he say he's retarded?
That's someone else.
says
That's a Marilyn
We'll get to that
Manson-esque
one.
guy.
That was great.
Can I just quickly, while I'm thinking of it, yes. So the name of the movie is Scar. At the start of the movie, when it's sort of showing the history back in was it 92 or whatever?
91 that the girl died. Yeah.
And the main character is there as a teenager, being tortured. The only torture that she's subjected to is he cuts her down the side of the chin with like a razor, and that scar is still on her in present day, and it's very red and very vibrant, and so
Just like a red pen.
You often see her face, and there's a big scar on her face, and so that's sort of but it's also symbolic of the mental scar.
Also, every time she's introduced to her character by her brother, she's like, "You see this scar? You
want to know how I got these?
I got this scar."
Yeah.
You want to try one of my scar worms?
So about 5 times during the movie, Hayden would say, it's not just the physical scars.
And make sure that everyone
emotional scars.
on board with that.
And we just kept saying, but Hayden, those aren't 3D.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I think this was a real missed opportunity not to get Real Big Fish on the soundtrack.
Yeah, true.
Sell out. Yeah,
Or Madness.
Yeah.
Welcome to the House of Scar.
I didn't see one checkered fedora in the entire movie. I
was anyone skanking in this movie?
There should have been more skanking at the high school party.
I saw one trumpet in the background. I was rock hard, and it just went away. I was like,
that's when he docks the iPod on his dick and starts playing Real Big Fish.
Dick docking it, yeah. Dick dock the iPod.
Imagine that he's like playing music out of his mouth and holding a conversation at the same time modulating the music.
Can you turn it down?
Your song.
20 minutes later, he comes like, "I can't turn it off."
Yes, I do like the idea of that. That should be a movie in itself.
Yeah. Or just a horror movie called Scar, but SKA, and it's just like, do you hear those sounds? It's coming, it's killing me, it kills me.
It does
I
sound
thought
like
it's
a horror
Scarface, but Scarmouth. Why am I talking like this now?
just imagining a
You want to
trombone
know how
going
I
into
got
someone's
this
head.
Scar band on my iPod? My daddy.
My daddy had a Napster account, and my computer was nasty.
Filled with LimeWire Trojans. So now we've mixed Heath Ledger doing the Joker, which Jack Nicholson did do, and referring to that original Joker as his daddy.
We didn't say bangers and mash at any point, but it's still good.
You want to know how I got these scars? My daddy was ordering bangers and mash off menu at a restaurant that we frequented.
I feel like Bangers and Mash could be the name of a ska band, right?
Yeah.
Or like a duo.
You want to know I got this ska music on my iPod.
My daddy has a perfectly shaped cable that connects my iPod to my computer. Then you just open up iTunes.
All right, where are we up to?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, yeah, the
Okay.
American Beauty trio have been introduced together there. And, I mean, I feel like we can just skip to the end of the movie now.
More or less. I mean, more
Yeah, we get
teenagers
some
get picked
reveals.
off. And
Yeah, we get more flashbacks of the original murder where we find that, the lady had to kill her best friend or tell the killer to kill her best friend, then killed the killer, and she's been haunted by him. But it's one of these things where it's like, but he died 20 years ago. Who's killing all these people? And she's like, is he back? And she's having like traumatic dreams. And we're just spending the whole probably middle 45 minutes going, well, it's obviously her having like a hallucination delusion, and she's killing everybody.
This is the only thing that horror movies consistently trick me into thinking. And
Yeah,
it's always at
there's
that
more
point.
to it than-
It's always at that point in
Yeah.
the movie, I'm like, oh, it's got to be her. Like, that's too obvious. There's too many movies that do that, but that's the only thing, right?
They're doing the Shutter Island. It's got to be the Shutter
It's got to be
Island.
the Shutter Island.
We did gloss over one thing, which was the seduction scene in the cemetery, which is Kangle
The very
Hatman.
first one.
So
Yeah.
back
Where-
in 1992.
Yeah, where he is like helping, like fixing her legs, like your friend's just looking at my antiques,
Oh, yeah.
and like he's being really creepy, and then
No, they were peeking through the window of the funeral home and they slipped, and so they've got like a cut on their knee, and he's like, come in here, let's smoke, maybe I'll make you feel better. And he's like, let me help you. He's icing the knee, and you see this close up of an ice cube just being run along like a prosthetic bloody knee, Which was is that what you do? You run it in the blood?
Oh,
just
in
like
3D you do anything.
You don't know that there's depth to that ice.
That's right. Yeah.
that was deep in there.
Yeah, so he distracts the friend and does away with her in the basement. But then I think there's something in between that sequence where he's like hitting on her, but he's like pouring chloroform on a cloth, and she's like, "What is that?" And he's like, "Chloroform."
No, he says that
That's
she says she's not scared of
Yeah,
blood.
because she's got a
You're
bloody
afraid
knee.
of the sight of blood.
Yeah, and she says no, and he's like, "Well, we might fix that up for you or something."
And she's
like
like,
that.
"What?"
And then she's like, "What is that?" And he's like, "It's chloroform,
Slams
more
it on
like
her face.
boroform."
Yes, that
Yeah, that
part
was
was
tough.
good.
He does form her.
He forms her up.
He
I
forms
do
her.
wish I remembered more of that. He was really creepy.
Yeah, it was pretty
No, but
good.
it was real weird because it was like I kept saying he reminded me of Snake from Degrassi Next Gen, right?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
old Snake, because he just had that same vibe around. In fact, he was like that in the original Degrassi. He's got the same vibe as a teenager, but he's wearing like a beret or a Kangol, some sort of
What
black.
was that hat?
It was like an Ed
Beat
Harris
poet.
hat.
A
from
military
Truman
hat,
Show.
like a Che Guevara kind of,
Yeah.
kind of hat.
And so, he's kind of being charming and flirty, but he's ugly and weird, and he's a stranger, and it's the middle of the night. So but the girls are still like, ooh. And then one of them, he's like, come into this other room with me, and she's like, okay, see your best friend. I'm gonna have to hook up with this weird guy that works in a funeral home.
Totally.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you do in a small town in 3D.
I mean, if I had to.
If you had to,
Well,
If I
yeah.
had to. But
If you had to suck
Trumpy.
Trump's dick. Like, I don't want to bring it back to this, but if you had, like, if I had to,
If you had to.
like, if I, you know what I mean? If I had to,
Well,
like,
I hear-
should I?
Well,
I mean, it's true.
Should I?
I
I
mean,
hear
it's
from a
true.
reputable source that it looks like Toad from the Mario game.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So if you see it,
heard
you're going to
that from
have to.
Mario,
to.
didn't
And
you?
I would
well, it
love
has
to
the
just-
same voice as well.
You heard
Just
that from
pop the
Mario,
top
who
off
knows
that
exactly
Toad,
the shape of Toad.
Yeah, so more teenagers get picked off in the town, and they're like, "Oh, I'm not sure what's going on." And then old woman who was subjected to this back when she was a teenager is like, "He's back. The bishop is back." That's right. He was called the bishop. Did we establish that?
Yeah.
I think it was just
The bad
Bishop.
guy,
Yeah,
his scary killer name was Bishop.
Bishop.
And I
And,
don't think he was a
no,
bishop either.
No, because he worked in a morgue. So
Yeah.
He wore a Kangol.
That was confusing for
Yeah.
a bit.
And so they keep getting picked off, and then I don't know if we need to go into too much detail. The auntie is like at home one night, and she wakes up, and suddenly like
And the police are like watching. Like,
the police were like watching
surveilling.
over because
Yeah.
more and more kids are dying, and so
Yeah.
they're
And-
like, "All right, we'll put
yeah.
a squad car outside your house and look over your niece because
You're a survivor of this killer
Yeah.
that seems to be back.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, now I definitely don't understand it because she receives a call at 4:20.
Yeah, but they do like 3 dream within a dream, like wake up trauma
okay,
things. And she does get a call, but the call's kind of the reception is patchy, and you don't really hear. But it's like, "Hey, you okay? There's a SWAT cars out there or something." And then she goes into the bathroom, and Christopher Titus, who's playing her brother, who's like the sheriff of the town, is just like throat slit on the bathroom floor.
just oozing blood,
Yeah.
but not just oozing blood, spraying out of his neck onto her.
She comes
clothes.
in close to like hug his kind of dying dead body, and it's just squirting her like
Yeah.
unceremoniously. So she gets covered in blood, which is important because there's also a butcher's knife. She picks up the butcher's knife. She goes outside. There's a cop. I think the cop in the car is dead
Yeah,
as
he's
well.
dead.
So there's 2 dead people. She sees across the street the
Wait,
scary.
the cop's dead?
Yeah, there's a second guy in the car that's in the
Scott guy
driveway.
that was
Right.
ostensibly
Yeah.
looking out for.
And then she sees a
Think about
guy
black
across
guy.
the road, like dressed in black, who's kind of like staring at her in the shadows. And she's like, "Oh my god, it's the guy!" And then the real cops come, and she's like, "He's getting away!" And then they're like, "Well, you're standing here,
With
covered
her.
in blood, holding a butcher's knife near these 2 dead cops. So we're arresting you."
Right.
That's what I would do, though. If I had just murdered a cop and...
You just go, "He's getting away! He's literally turned around."
Just over there.
He's
right?
Yeah, you can waste time arresting me, or you can just turn around and run over.
I'm just covered in cordial. Don't stop me.
I'm just
You're losing him.
My dad works at Cotty's.
My daddy works at Cartie's.
to make the cordial that I like best with my bangers and
I
mash.
suggested bangers and mash to him for a flavor. You like it?
Not wine.
Anyway, yeah, she gets arrested. Then
Thrown in a cell.
for some reason, oh, I see. Now it makes sense why who lets her out, who helps her out.
Yeah.
So she's in the
Jack
cell.
Nicholson.
The little emo boy who also played Teenage Dexter in the series Dexter, which is coming back to fix that lumberjack ending with a new season this fall on Showtime.
I hate those lumberjack endings. You know, I hate bottle episodes
And
and
the
I hate
lumberjack
endings.
ending.
Yeah. Anyway, so the guy comes in and he like sneaks a key to her. She lets herself out. She bangs the door into like the one
and
cop
mashes
who's
the door.
and mashes the door into the
Yeah.
one cop who's trying to watch her from leaving the cell. She gets out and then she goes like she's hell bent on trying to find this killer, right? She runs around for a while. She goes into the woods.
she runs.
She runs through the woods and she sees the guy in the woods. And it's really funny. Because I think you went to the bathroom at this point, Hayden, to vomit out of
Yes,
sickness
that's
at how
right.
bad this movie was. But there's a scene where, like, you know how sometimes it'll be like it's the dark, it's the woods, and you'll see like a little movement, a shuffle behind a tree, or you'll hear something. She could just see him flat out standing on this
no, I
mountain.
saw that.
But it was like quite a steep hill, and it was grassy
No, I
and
didn't.
leafy and slippery, and it was just a man trying to run up a hill, like in the dark, wearing all black, and just struggling to get up this hill.
Yeah.
And then she chases him into this scary, foggy farmhouse, which was like the big
miss that.
final action sequence comes here.
Did we say she stole the service weapon?
Oh yeah, when
stole the
she
service
banged
weapon.
and mashed the cop, she knocked him out with the jailhouse door and stole his
The
gun.
jailhouse door. I love that.
That was
song.
great.
Yeah,
It
Jailhouse
was like
door.
emo kid bumps cop, gives key to woman while the cop's watching.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Like he's just not looking.
yeah.
He's just kind of looking down,
You
then
can
he
clearly
looks up
see they're like
like
putting their hands together,
Yeah.
but he's just like 3 feet away and just not really paying attention.
in shot.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Your time's up," and they've been talking for maybe 60 seconds.
And they do a great job of establishing the weird loner kid as being a good pickpocket because he steals. That's the way he first sort of ingratiates himself to the main character girl niece. Is like he steals her phone, and she's like, "How'd you do that?" And he's like, "I'll show you."
Yet he
'Cause he's
couldn't
a real
steal
magic
her
man.
iPod.
Could
Could
No, not even with his dick.
All right, props.
He's like a hacker.
That's right. No, but that's right. You hear this slithery sound when they're in the jail cell. You hear this when he steals the key.
classic sound of a dick.
And then he's standing at the cell door. He's like, "Here," and you can see his 2 hands in frame. And his dick comes up through the middle,
That's why the cop was
holding-
like, "Oh, everything seems to be in order." He's got both hands on the
He's got
butt.
his hands up in the air like
Yeah.
this. Meanwhile, his dick is passing her the keys.
She goes to this
He
weird
says to the
foggy.
cop, "Don't look at my dick."
Yeah.
Don't. That would be
Yeah.
so gay if
Yeah.
you looked at my dick right now.
And then they go to this farmhouse. It's all foggy, and in the farmhouse, she finds the blonde teenager tied up, as well as the
Oh, but when
Asian
Bishop's
teenager.
running up that hill as well, he goes, "Boy, it's hard playing chess uphill
Because he's the bishop.
because he's the bishop."
Hey, I got it.
Yeah, I got it. Doesn't mean I have to like it.
Do you guys get it?
Bishops can't look up.
They can't.
That's sharks.
Oh, that's sorry.
Yeah, this isn't Jaws 3D. It's Scar 3D. So they're in the barn house. They're doing the barn house rock now. And what?
They've gone from the jailhouse
That's
rock
right.
to the barnhouse rock.
Well, she finds the niece and she finds the hot girl.
When I came back in, she was waking up, though, wasn't she? Like, did he knock her out or
Yeah,
something?
yeah.
Yeah, he comes up behind her.
So
and
she
whacks her with a
sees the
stick,
two
yeah.
things, and then the guy knocks her out, and the guy is Teenage Dexter, the emo guy.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
after all
Spoily
that.
doilies.
He's just a teenage.
Was he
Teenage
Slithery
dirtbag,
dick.
baby.
I'm just a teenage Dexter, baby.
He's clearly locked.
I like that one.
I like it.
He's tied down her best friend, the party girl, and the niece.
Yeah.
They're both tied down. It's the same game. It's the bishop's game he's playing with them. He's torturing one.
He's continuing on the legacy.
That's right.
Much like the Saw movies, which is also a movie about people being tortured that starts with the letter S and has a 3D version. And it's like they're trying to rip off Saw because it's like this killer has like a psychological game where he makes... In Saw, you have to get yourself out of the trap, but in this one, it's just like... Whenever you get tired of being tortured, just say the word and I'll kill your friend instead.
Yeah, so it's like Saw and Scream, but with nothing happening.
Right. And he says he laments, I don't know if that's the right word, but I'm going to say it. He laments the fact that the party girl was doing great at the game because or maybe she's doing bad at the game, I'm not sure, in that she'd gone through like 5 people already. She'd like given in and said, yeah, kill them, and that's why all these teenagers start turning up dead. But the difference this time is that, old lady main character has been like handcuffed around a pole in this basement or in this barn, and she comes to and she's got to watch it.
Yeah.
And we can only assume that he's latched her up with these handcuffs using his penis, right? Like his slippery penis is sort of
They do look
around her wrists and sort of
Probably
cocky.
for the last...
they've got like cock juice all over them.
It did look like he tied him up with hot dogs.
For the last 10 or 15...
Those things did look weird,
They looked like...
They were like those... Like, what is that? It's like a squishy kind of cable tie.
Yeah.
I would use Oki straps, and I would in fact only use Oki straps to torture them as well. That would be my only weapon. I'd hook them up
for $25.95.
I'd hook them up by their nose and go around to the other nose. Say, how do you like the smell of the Oki strap? That's what I'd say.
So she comes to, and probably the last 10 to 15 minutes, the bad guy, Teenage Dexter, maybe, is he's just like doing what bad guys do in movies, where they pontificate and monologue, and they explain exactly why they're doing it, and also just like that real creepy kind of torture where they're just like, yeah, you want me to get you again, and I don't know, just like really reveling in it. Way too much. We're like, I don't understand why this guy's a psycho, but he's like, Bishop had the perfect game. You would choose to kill your friend.
What did he say? He said like
psychological warfare or something.
No, he said like Bishop had the perfect game to like answer the lifelong like psychological question.
Philosophical questions, like the deepest philosophical question.
Which is what?
Would you sacrifice your friend to save your own life?
Yeah.
Which is just...
Yes.
That's really... I'm 14 and Mrs. Deep.
Yeah.
That's very...
And because guess what? The answer is yes. Every time.
But that's...
Every time.
Why is that the question that he got focused on? There's so many other questions you could ask.
Is like, would you
kill a dog instead of killing yourself? Would you blow up the sun instead of killing yourself?
Would you pull this lever on the trolley that kills other people?
Exactly.
Maybe that's what it was. It was like the trolley problem, but just a 1-to-1 ratio. Your life for just one other person's life.
Maybe he was like, well, I don't have a trolley. Okay.
That's too much effort. Can't get a trolley.
What's attainable? What can I do?
Have to lay the tracks for the trolley to run along first.
And you can't just use a supermarket trolley because you could run that over someone and it might just like bruise their side or something. You're not going to like kill them.
No.
It really should just be a train, right? Is it a train trolley?
Yeah, I've always...
I think back in the day, they only had trolleys.
Or a mine cart.
Yeah.
I think that's...
Anyway, so she's tied up, and much like Saw, she decides to cut off... not a whole hand, but the thumb and that whole side of the hand, right?
Yeah, she finds a piece of glass on the ground. We won't bother talking about how that came to be. She found a piece of glass on the ground. Well, actually, no. First, Blondie, the main character, the niece, gives in and says, "Yes, kill my friend." So Party Girl gets killed, and the way she gets killed is he puts super glue around her mouth, and then puts like a surgical glove.
I forgot.
Mouth
he just
and then he takes a while to dry.
No, he literally goes, takes about 10 seconds to set.
Yeah,
you're like, okay, so we have to watch. Like, why didn't you just? I thought he was going to shove super glue in her mouth. I was like, that would be a crazy way of killing someone, like it hardening in their mouth and nose and just like blocking their airway.
Or even if they just swallowed it and it just blocks up all their poo. I mean, again, the doctor said,
but the doctor's like, we don't understand this. There's definitely poo in there. She should be dead. It can't get out. The poo's got to be able to get out.
Just like every single fucking patient in a hospital, they're all dead. It's like, it keeps happening. They've still got poo.
Yeah, many of them are pooing themselves as they die. So there was definitely poo in there.
Yes.
I gotta say, I was impressed by the thumb cutting off scene, even though it's just Saw.
So does that literally happen? Someone gets out of some handcuffs by...
In Saw,
okay, yeah.
Spoilers!
Stupid
for an 18-year-old movie.
There is 17. One in, I think, Saw 5 where there's two people in a contest and it's who can put the most flesh onto a scale will survive. So they start off like cutting off like their fat and they get a bit and like spend ages. It's really hurting them. Then one lady knows she's about to lose, so she just lops off like a hole from the elbow and chucks her hand on and wins. And then she has no hand.
I hate these kind of movies. I hate them.
They're
it's
fucking
disgusting.
awesome, man. I love it.
It's good, man.
Like I struggled watching this one, and this was very bad. Like like
and we couldn't see any of the gore because it was black and white and green and red, and that was it.
They're like, I think the worse they are and the lower quality they are, like, I guess the suspension of disbelief is much harder to do, but it's still fucking disgusting.
And also not caring about the characters at all, like not having...
Even still, because that's not what it is that gets me. It's the idea of torturing a human being that really fucks with me.
No one's doing it.
No,
well,
I know it's fake and pretend, but it's... I don't know why it really, really upsets me.
I'm okay with it as long as I can have fun. If I'm not having fun with it, like Saw's different because it's not just some guy getting in there being like, "I'll get you." Like it starts off with just
you like a Final Destination.
That's my shit.
Or
I love Final Destination.
Or a Rob Zombie movie.
Well, House of a Thousand Corpses. Yeah. You'll know that is the greatest. I mean, it's one of the single greatest horror pieces of all time.
Wow, okay.
But is it the adrenaline or something? Is that what's
not
fun?
that one? No, that one's just you got to watch House of a Thousand Corpses.
Okay,
yeah.
So
Saw gets
like
very
it.
plotty.
I understand the like adrenaline side of it because it's fun to like do something like jump off a building with a parachute on.
Saw's good because it's tense and it hits really well. But as the movies go on, it
gets worse and worse to just being about traps.
To schlock, and then once you got Chester Bennington in there, you're golden.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
He plays a neo-Nazi that I think he's back
stuck to a car or something.
Yeah, he's like
sewed
to a seat and he has to get out of it before he gets
smashed
by another neo-Nazi.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Become so stuck.
The best part about Saw is all the traps start with a little puppet rolling in on a tricycle and then they're opening their mouth and this tape plays and it's
really?
I want to play a game. And it's always like...
The first one's great.
It's always
really
like the sins you've done in your life. It's like, you've cut people off in traffic every day for 15 years. Today I'm going to cut off your traffic. Your dick.
They got really lazy towards the end.
They start to just be like, you haven't paid your taxes.
Yeah.
And you're like a month late. So now you will pay the tax, the greatest tax of all.
Death.
Slice off each of your eyebrows.
Yeah.
Well, where it works, where this doesn't, is that Jigsaw is trying to teach lessons in a stupid way. It doesn't really make sense, but it doesn't matter because it works in the world.
They try to say that when you leave a jigsaw trap, you've like learned something, you've overcome something, and you'll be a better person.
Drug addict.
Yeah.
You didn't like bangers and mash.
So I
now
drowned
you've got a new lease on life.
It's just like
and a
in
butcher
Matilda.
around the corner.
It would be like, Mr. Nicholson, every day you'd go to the same restaurant requesting off-menu bangers and mash. I've tossed you into this vat of bangers and mash, and you must eat your way out to learn your lesson. And then he'd be like, you know what? I don't need bangers and mash anymore. My daddy was wrong.
Yeah. It's a bit like in Matilda where Bruce has to eat that whole cake,
Bruce
right?
Bogtrotter with the mud cake.
I don't know. I think it's just yucky.
Yeah, no, it is. You gotta enjoy gore for some of these movies.
Why do you
as well.
enjoy gore?
Because they made it look real.
Why I don't want to see it look real?
I enjoy Goro from Mortal Kombat, but gore?
I think the Mortal Kombat movie has quite a bit of gore as well.
I can't connect.
It's just that thing, a big kill happens and you're like, oh, what?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm more like,
Yeah.
Like if you can pop someone, I would be like, whoa.
Yeah.
There's like the Japanese movie kills, which are like real extreme. They'll try to make it look stylized.
I think the more ridiculous it is, the
like
the more
Tarantino kills
yeah,
where
that's
it's,
that's not a problem.
bursting with blood.
for me.
Yeah.
But anyway, who gives a shit? Why are we talking about this? Doesn't matter.
Well, we've got a gory movie, and the gore was pretty good at the end. Of the thumb, I guess. The thumb
I just can't
pretty much
imagine
was good.
explaining gore as being good. It's so gross and like horrible, and I don't know. I just instantly think of someone
You ever
doing
go
that
to
to someone else.
rotten.com as a kid?
Oh,
Rotten.com?
fucking Jesus! This
See?
is not an endorsement.
Yeah. I don't know if that's
Although if they
still
want to
around.
sponsor the show, no,
Change
we're
your mind.
good.
We're good.
I'm okay. I mean,
It's
sometimes
just
you
fascination with the kind of the darker sides of life. Like
Yeah,
everyday
maybe.
people get, you
sometimes
know,
want something a bit gnarly,
hit
and
by
I
cars,
know,
ripped apart.
I grew
Well,
up
it's not
with
that. It's more like some people do torture people,
Yeah.
and do
Well,
stuff
yeah.
like that, and that's.
But we all have that human
frightening.
Real
bloodlust,
darkness,
you know,
sure.
from,
I don't
from
know if
the
I
days
do.
of battle.
I don't know if I
You'd
do.
be slicing and dicing.
Maybe I haven't connected. Maybe I need to connect with it.
You need to get back to your roots.
Yeah.
I say start with House of a Thousand Corpses.
I'm not going to watch.
Yeah, I
Rob
don't think you
Zombie's
should just
Magnum
watch a lot
Brothers.
of gore movies if you don't enjoy them. I don't think that's the cure for what ails you.
I don't like the feeling of being frightened by
Oh
something.
yeah, I remember some of these movies like fully made me queasy and stuff, but then you overcome
Yeah.
it. And
I
then you
think it's when I
fantasize
got
about it.
into it's when I got into behind the scenes things, or when you're able to go, oh wow, like Shaun of the Dead was the first one that made me be like, this is really
Yeah.
good, but it makes me feel really sick.
Yeah,
Dawn of the Dead, right?
No, Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun
I
of the
watched
Dead.
Shaun of the Dead before I was
yeah.
Shaun of the Dead.
You know what? I
don't
remember
think that doesn't
watching.
bother me because it's so silly.
yeah,
what about-
but I
Or
mean,
like
it's
your movie,
gory.
Yeah.
Declan. It's not. It's like
There was some bits in there that are pretty gory.
They're
That's
gross,
pretty-
but
yeah.
it's like silly, and the tone of it. The
yeah.
tone isn't like.
Yeah, you know that it's not like
Yeah.
this is just real people suffering.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Like, and I know it wasn't realistic that there was a serial killer in this town that was playing this bishop's game with everyone. I know
But it was
that's
yeah,
not
but it
realistic.
was played
But
for
within the
suffering.
yeah, I don't know.
Like the characters are all just screaming and crying the
Yeah.
whole time.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
Well,
It's horrible.
and it wasn't like like in some horror movies, they set it up so that you don't respect the teenagers, or you kind of
Right.
want them to die.
Yeah, they'll have like the
I
arrogant
still
jock or
don't-
whatever.
Or they set it up as some kind of like it needs to have some sort of meaning for us to give a shit about any of it, and that's another thing. It's not going to be that upsetting if you're not even enjoying the ride. So
But,
by the time you're there, it's just upsetting.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry for derailing that.
No, it's fine
Just
to
don't
not.
We've
Like-
got to get you over that hill. No.
So you're
It's
pushing.
not a
Mitch is pushing.
You gotta watch
Declan's
that
saying
door.
I'm fine the way
Yeah.
I am. Okay.
It's like when you've got a fear of heights, we're going to throw you out of a plane,
Sure.
like without your permission.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got supportive cop, unsupportive cop.
It's
And
like,
then
I don't like movies with feathers in them. So the first scene of Forrest Gump, when they did a special cut for me where they removed the feather,
What about
makes
the
no sense.
you should have seen him. He hurled straight away.
What about the movie Rio, which is about a CGI bird? Do
Yeah.
CGI feathers get you?
Makes me sick. But what I don't like is when you see a bird quickly zoom off screen, and it's meant to be like a comedic thing where it leaves an outline of the bird if it's a cartoon bird, and there's a few feathers flying
God,
around.
yeah.
That is
No.
just
But
disgusting.
no, that's everybody hates that. Everybody, like nobody can stand that.
Yeah, because why is the bird molting? What's wrong with the bird? Is it ill? Is it malnourished? Does it need some proper shelter? Is its nest not sufficient enough? Like why?
Yeah.
Why is it decaying? What's going on in its life on a deeper level?
These
Maybe
are
it's meant
questions.
to signify that all things end.
Yeah, and we could ponder these questions for the rest of the podcast.
Okay, so
we-
let's.
should we?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
should.
I think we should.
Okay.
So I guess have we got any other questions? What was that Mahatma Gandhi quote again?
Violence
No,
is golden.
I think it's silence is violence. So
Silence.
the fact that we just had some there.
Whoa.
Wasn't it? I think it was silence is
Whoa.
violence, and violence is gold, and winky face. That's winky emoji.
Imagine if you just
Emoji.
Yeah, eggplant emoji.
next time one of you guys is on a date with a new girl and she asks you a question.
Unlikely
just,
to ever happen for me. but-
Actually, no.
Yeah, I'm like-
yeah, I know we're all in
Creatures
relationships.
we're all yeah.
But I'm the only one who's faithful, so it's got to be one of you three. When you ask them a question and they take a second to think of the answer on this hypothetical date, you go, hold on. Silence is violence. Okay?
Yeah, that's right.
To leave a silence like that is an affront.
That's right. You're doing harm.
There's a personal affront.
Yeah, and it hurts. I'm out of here.
You call the cops.
Yeah.
What happens? So the three amigos are down in this thing. They're getting so the friend has been suffocated to death by a glove
Yeah.
and
The
some
glove
super
has been
glue.
cut open,
The other girl has cut her thumb off to escape the
That's right. So she gets a
restraints.
hand through the
Denise got her
handcuffs.
head sliced, her forehead sliced.
He got scarred, which again is not just a physical scar, but an emotional scar.
Yeah, he left a card.
Yes.
So scrub and brush next to a note. Said use these bounty old bones.
I don't know what that is.
He's doing Scar by Missy Higgins.
Oh, okay. All right.
AKA Lost Caps.
Yes, that's right.
You know that version.
I know that version. So what was the Russell Brand autobiography like?
It was like a lot about sex and drug addiction and that kind of stuff.
Sex and drug addiction plagued me through my early 20s. Then I became a wrestler. That's right, it's me, Russell Brand. Get down to the Waniasa PCYC. I'll be there this Sunday.
The thing about addiction, all right, it'll get its grasp all around you. It'll bring you down. Just like when I get you in a full Nelson. And 3, 2, 1, that's another round to Russell Brand.
Russellmania. Yeah, so she escapes. The old woman escapes by cutting off her thumb. She can get her hand through the handcuffs, and of course she's got the service weapon on her. So bang, bang, bang in the back of old mate,
Yeah.
weirdo kid.
And then she lets the blonde girl out, and they're about to escape, but the bad guy's not
He's
quite
back.
dead. He comes back for a final tackle, and
He
then
stabs her in the leg.
Yeah, and then the blonde girl grabs some sort of crazy jackhammer drill and
Yeah.
just gives it to him in the face.
Slices his head
Papa,
in
papa,
half.
papa.
I like
Papaya,
that.
papaya.
That was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah.
She got him with the butt of it first.
Wouldn't describe it as fun.
Well,
that's
she kind of like.
I
It's
guess
like a
it's
hip
more-
bump that she hit. Like she hits him with the force of like a hip bump.
It's gore.
with the back of the power tool. So she kind of like.
It's more
nudges him over.
slapstick, like a Tarantino thing.
Did
so
you ever
I-
see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood by Quentin Tarantino?
No.
I
Okay.
like that movie.
That's got some good violence at the end.
Okay.
But
You're
it's
right.
not, I don't know if
Not
there's
most
any
of
gore
the
involved
movie,
in that.
but
It's sort of almost comedic when it's done over the top like that. Like
Yeah.
that was the one time when she, the idea of taking a fucking saw through the top of someone's head is kind of funny. Whereas like the idea
He's
of like
getting it. He's getting it.
slicing
How are you
away
getting
at someone's foot one by one is fucking
Yeah.
abhorrent.
That wasn't funny.
No, okay, all right.
You know what though? I would have been more
Or pouring
upset if
super
he-
glue down someone's throat is not like.
Yeah,
Oh, that was a crazy part.
I almost hated the cutting the foot bit, but it was cutting the sole, and he wasn't like going in between the webbing, which I feel like I.
You know what was going to get
Whoa,
me?
I hate it all.
I can take gore pretty much, and the film, when we did the movie, the funnest parts on set were the gore ones where you're like, oh, we're ripping some blood and guts, and cutting off a head.
Wait,
and
you
stuff.
made this movie?
No, I made the other movie we talked about. But the part that
Pain.
was going to get me, so I feel like I have like a fear of this, was when the killer got a chisel.
Looking at the ticket sales.
Oh, it was there was
He got a chisel and a hammer and put the chisel onto her teeth and was just going to start hammering out her
Oof.
teeth. I think I've had like full on teeth nightmares.
Yeah.
I think if you have braces as a kid, which I did, you have like a tooth like sensitivity.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because you always have they tighten it and it really hurts for days and they do it and you have it on for like 2 years.
Fair.
And I've had nightmares where I've like cracked a tooth or broken a tooth and like been like my life is fucked. Like
Right.
like I spent so much money on these braces and stuff. Yeah.
Tooth dreams are really common.
Yeah.
Yeah. Teeth
So,
falling out.
there you go.
Sure.
What do you think of
It's
that?
not just me.
No,
What about that old Gandhi quote, grow up with braces, end up a racist?
it's so true.
Think
Yeah.
about that.
No intervention, you're in heaven.
You're in heaven.
What?
No intervention. Like I guess like intervention in your mouth, like
Oh, okay. Yeah.
dental intervention.
You're
Was
in
that
dental
Gandhi
heaven.
or was
That
that,
was-
just a dentist ad?
No,
that
that
you
was
guys have
Gandhi,
seen?
winky face.
Okay. I thought that was just like the Club Line dentistry place.
That's what I'm talking about. You're a racist bastard.
My hat,
Braces
my
are
back,
racist.
my Gandhi and my rat. Is that something? No.
Have we already gone over the whole movie? Was there an ending?
Oh, they escape.
Yeah.
Right. And,
Yeah.
Oh no, and the guy dies, and then
Yeah.
How does it
drill his
end?
face. It ends in hospital. The two girls.
That's
so we've got-
there's another
right.
fake out.
yeah, we got blonde lady in hospital recovering. We've got lady who's her auntie who cut off her thumb in
Who gets her
hospital
thumb back,
recovering.
by the way.
So they kind of like, hey, are you okay? And then she goes, yeah. And then like from behind the pillow that she's sitting on in the hospital, like a dirty hand comes and
Yeah.
grabs her neck. And then it does a wake up fake
She
out.
wakes up again,
Yeah.
and this
Yeah.
is where my point reigns true. Little Blondie says, "Oh, I think I'm okay, but I can't stop thinking about it," or something like this. And she's like, "Does it ever stop?" And then old lady main character says like, "No, it stays with you forever," and that's the mental scar. And then the movie ends, and it's the idea that like she's gonna have to live with the fact that she watched people die for her whole life, and it'll never get any easier.
Yeah. Which
And,
is
and then
fair
roll
point.
credits, and a
Yeah.
sick rock
Yeah.
song plays.
Blake.
Yeah, she turns to the camera and she goes, trauma.
Yeah,
That's the end.
and then it goes, "I'm coming out," and it rolls credits.
Oh, right. Oh, Diana Ross.
Diana Ross. Yeah, it's a weird choice for the end of the movie, but it's sort of, we all had a bit of a boogie at the end there.
I thought it was
You know
Pink
what-
Get the Party Started.
I'm coming up, so you better get this party started. Shimon!
They'd rehearsed that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Office.
but yeah, ending this movie with a Pink song, did like the tone in the credits just really changed.
It's
things,
weird
didn't
because
it?
that song wasn't released for another 3 years.
It's the only time I could tell what colour it was. Pink.
You know what this did remind me of, actually? The tone, the color, the not great quality. Like, it wasn't beautifully shot. Really.
No.
It wasn't very.
I
If it was
Citizen
beautifully
Kane.
shot, you
I know
wouldn't have
you're
been
gonna
able to
say
say
Citizen Kane.
tell because everything
Yeah.
was red and fucking green the whole film. But it reminded me of the way the Goosebumps TV show used to look.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh.
like
Yeah,
it sort
I
of
can
had a
feel
very
that.
similar tone, which I think
grunginess.
was cool. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I said this to the guys before
Sorry.
That was loud.
But it was reminding me of the $3 bin at Golo, where I
yeah.
found a treasure trove of films. I used to love watching movies and going, "Oh, Michael Madsen's in this movie," and it's just like a 5-minute
Yeah.
walking scene at night on the street of like 3 guys who put a movie together. It's
Oh,
the
nice.
biggest piece of shit you've ever seen.
I love those movies.
Should we get to our ratings?
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't thought about this.
Hey, did I hear that Wrestle Brand was here earlier?
Yes. You did,
yeah.
Wrestle F. Kennedy.
Yeah.
John Ress
John,
Kennedy.
fuck you up, Kennedy.
Close, but no cigar. It's me, WWFU Kennedy.
Oh, God, wow.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah, all right.
I like where it's going.
It's building.
There's legs to it.
Yeah, I mean, are we doing ratings now?
Yeah.
Is that?
I didn't
okay.
actually write down Hayden's rating for the Love Guru. Did you
Oh,
have a score for that?
I gave it an okay score. You have to listen to the episode, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Can I?
Mitch, can you listen to that? And
Yeah,
let us know
I'll-
what Hayden said.
I'll track
and then,
back.
Yeah.
Can I rate it?
Can you rate the Love Guru?
Yeah.
Have you seen it recently?
I've seen it.
Yeah, go for it.
But have you seen it recently? Because it's aged incredibly well.
I remember everything being above board. I'm going to give it a 9. No. Let's go back. Let's go 3.
All right. You know what? I'm leaving absent on the sheet for that. Hayden, give me your impression of Scar 3D, the movie about Simba's uncle.
Yeah, so I found it engaging because
If you engaged with it, why don't you marry it?
so
Shit, where's he getting all these last minute Lion King, like all these zingers?
yeah, I found it engaging because I can't handle those movies, so I was on edge the whole time and like kind of, like I guess it's enthralling a little bit because it's
Now, when you say
because-
on edge, do you mean edging as in when you kind of bring
yeah.
yourself right before
See,
orgasm
yeah,
and then
I
don't
sort of pictured him
complete?
standing on the shoulders of Edge from U2
Okay,
while
yeah,
he was watching
He
this
was
film.
right on edge.
you got me jacked, all right? I was jacked
Okay.
and the blood was flowing and I was
Not
like,
sure
oh,
that's
this is
any better.
too...
Yeah.
This is too, like I don't, it put me on edge. And so that's an engaging feeling to have and to be a little bit on edge watching something that's making you a bit on edge. So I watched the whole movie and I don't know that I'd say I enjoyed it, but it was a unique experience the same way that, like going really fast in your car is. It's dangerous, but it's fun. So I give it a 4.
All right. Hayden gives driving fast in your car a 4 out of 10. Morgan, can you tell me what you thought of the movie, but in your best Bono from U2 impression?
We thought it was shite. Give it a 4 out of 10.
Whoa.
I was on edge the whole time, but that's no different. I'm always on his case.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bono, get off me, mate.
He fucks
He's
up.
always doing this
He's
to me.
always doing it. Turn off the delay, I
Fucking
say.
Bono, he thinks he's the best member of the
Turn
band.
off the delay, Edge. Turn it off. It's too much.
I just like the delay so much, I can't turn it off.
Turn off the dark. Spider-Man, turn off the dark. I give
Come
it
on,
a 4.
Spider-Man, turn off the dark. It's getting late.
So do you give it a 4 as well?
I give it a 4.
Wow.
Wow.
Mitchie, it's good to have you back. We want to hear the Gosling rating.
This film.
Now, can you do it? Can you do it in your best Morgan doing a Mitch impression?
Oh, man. There's too many layers to that.
It's pretty good.
Thank you. I've worked on it.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
I want to ask David Byrne.
Do your best Rob Lowe.
David Lynch. I want to know what David Lynch thought of this, and then David Byrne.
David Byrne and David Lynch discussing the film.
Yeah.
No, that was my.
I thought it was pretty good.
I liked it. It was like being on a train.
We're going backwards.
It reminded me of a murder of a famous Hollywood actress, Black Dahlia. 2.5 star rating for me. As I didn't have
It's
enough
going into Jack Nicholson.
I did not
I
have enough
sent some bangers and mash being cooked.
to enter the dream.
So you're actually giving it 2.5?
I'm giving it a 2.5.
I think that might be your lowest. Oh, no, you gave The Ridiculous 6 a 2.4. And besides that, you gave
better than that.
Bolero a 1.5. And Look Who's Talking Now a 2. So you've... Police Academy 4 also got a 2, but...
Yeah, no, that's a piece of shit.
Yeah, so 2.5 is not too bad in the old Mitch scale.
Hey, you know,
You've
like
earned
it's...
it. You've earned it. I think.
Guys, I've come a long way. I used to be in the middle of the scale, and now I'm back at I'm low. That's good.
That is Lynch.
That's Lynch. That's Lynch for you.
Hey, just before Declan, you give your review, what does Kurt Russell sound like? Because I'm trying to come up with like a Kurt Russell joke.
I only remember him in
I'll just do
Death
Kurt.
Proof?
I'll just do Kurt Cobain.
Hey, it's me, Kurt Cobain.
I'm a wrestler now.
I can do wrestle. I do put you in a head twist. I put you in a twist line.
Wait, I don't. Where's the wrestle part come in? Kurt Cobain.
It's me, Kurt Cobain. I'm a wrestler.
But there's no. But Kurt. Oh, like
Put you in a headlock.
No, because he was
I
going
put
to
you
do
in a head
Kurt Russell,
twist. I
but
put you
now
in a
he's not
headlock.
doing Kurt
I give you
Russell.
karate chop
but
right through
is
the
it
balls.
just because one of the wrestlers is called Kurt?
No, because he was going to do Kurt Russell.
Kurt, it's your pal Chris Novoselic. How about them guitars?
It's me, Dave Grohl. I'm back from the studio recording my smash hit Foo Fighters.
Daniel Johns ready to get into the ring and really spin around.
Did you guys ever hear that Foo
From
Fighters
Silverchair.
demo where he's like, "I got another confession to make. Kurt's not dead," and then he just goes on to say that he's been alive the whole time, sleeping in his bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not really a confession. It'd be a confession if, well, maybe it is. I
I
don't know.
think he's the one who helped him fake his death.
What if the Foo Fighters were? What the hell's a Foo Fighter?
It's like, you know how there's a food fight. You're like in
Sure.
a mess hall, and all the kids and they get food. They're actually saying "foo fight," and
okay.
that's
And that's why it's called a mess hall.
Yeah, everyone's like, give me food, give me fire, give me... How the fuck is that
give me
song
food, give me
Chuckle
fighter, give me food, give me fighters, give me Dave Grohl, I desire. That's what it is.
It is just for food fight, but they keep a quarter of the food. They're like, oh no, I just want this. I want the potato. I don't want to throw the potato.
Yeah, I give this movie 2.1.
Whoa! And that's the magic number of the podcast, everybody. Yay! Find out what the next week's number of the podcast will be by tuning
This
in.
week.
This week. Right now. It's 2.1. That's right.
I feel like that Kurt Cobain as a wrestler has legs. I'm just trying to think of.
I don't understand. I mean, Kurt Cobain did have legs.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm gonna put you in a headlock. Hey, is that
With the lights out.
I think
it's a headlock? Smells like headlock.
Yeah, whenever he's wrestling, the lights always go out, mosquitoes come in, and then he starts just headlocking people.
Do you think that if he didn't pass when he was young, he
Away?
Yeah,
Or wind?
gas.
No, do you think he would have had a receding hairline?
You know what? I was thinking about it. I was like, Kurt Cobain now would probably be like a judge on The Voice or something.
Yeah, but then he could use Kurt Rogaine.
Yeah.
Okay.
He wouldn't just be a judge. He'd be a judge on the Voice.
He'd be a Judge Binks.
He'd be a judge Beast.
These are words from
Do you think he'd be any good at his judge duty?
I still think that's a touchdown.
Jar Jar Binks in place of Judge Judy. That'd be a good show. I think it'd sound a little something like this.
Who turned out the lights? Why's it so dark in here?
With the lights out. Is that what happens?
Mr. Found you guilty, sir, of rocking too hard.
All right, should we end the podcast on
no.
that? There's still more to mine.
What about instead of Jar Jar Binks, it's Cup Binks? Have we done that before?
Yes.
We have.
We were always doing cup
coming
Binks.
back.
Bottle Binks.
I had one that my friend Sam Bartlett told me, and I did the classic thing where I just said it louder and then stole the laugh from people.
Amplified his
and it was
signal.
we were in the gear room at work, and we were looking for a charger, and I was like, "Oh, Charger Binks."
That is a classic. I've thought of that. I've
Yeah.
thought of that many times, but I would never utter it.
Yeah, well, if you did, I would utter it louder, and I'd get the laugh.
Yeah.
People like slapping you on the back for that one,
Dude,
like high
it was
five.
real funny. I said it to our supervisor, and he was like, "That's really good. That's really good." And Sam was just sitting there.
You've got to get a promotion for that.
Yeah, cross-armed as I rocketed through the hierarchy.
Jar Jar.
Should we talk briefly
Thanks.
about what we're going to do for the next episode? Because I think we're going to watch a movie called Red Lion.
Now, is this a live action remake of the anime?
No, well, I don't. Maybe
There's like a really there's like a movie that took 25 years called Red Lion.
Is it a car racy movie?
Yeah, it's about like rocket cars.
We might be in luck then. This is definitely about car races.
I might be in love.
It's a sick movie. I was like, Red Line, this has got to be
Sick, Jerry,
at
you're
least
sick. Is that from Seinfeld?
That's
Jar Jar
gotta be
fell.
something.
What's the deal with being on a planet where one fish is always a bigger fish? Mr. so worried about Kramer lately. He been saying some racist shit. Who told you to put the bomb on? Did I tell you to put the bomb on? I didn't tell you to put the bomb on. It's a bomb. That's what it does.
What else?
It's always a bigger fish.
To negotiate with the Trade Federation. Did I tell you to negotiate with the Trade Federation? It's a Trade Federation. That's what it does.
Yes. Cool.
All right, that's enough.